asked the world's top AIs the three most important questions about emergency funds, and their answers completely shocked me. So let me show you exactly what they said. The first question I asked was, if your job is unstable and layoffs are happening, how much should you keep in your emergency fund to survive if you suddenly lose income?
If my job is unstable, I will aim for an emergency fund covering 6 to 12 months of essential expenses. This buffer helps me to manage rent, groceries, insurance, and bills without stress if income stops suddenly. The higher the risk of layoffs, the closer I should be to the 12-month safety zone.
Given job instability, I will aim for an emergency fund that covers 6 to 12 months of essential living expenses: rent, mortgage, food, utilities, debt payments. A larger buffer provides more security and time to find new employment without panic selling assets or incurring debt. I will calculate my bare minimum monthly spend and multiply it accordingly.
With layoffs possible, I will aim for 6 to 12 months of essential living expenses in my emergency fund. This larger buffer accounts for a potentially longer job search in an unstable market. Prioritize this savings until my employment outlook becomes more secure.
I will aim for 6 to 12 months of essential living expenses in your emergency fund if my job is unstable with layoffs looming. In high-risk fields or single-income households, I will lean toward 9 to 12 months for safety. Also, I will keep it in a high-yield savings account for quick access.
I will keep 6 to 12 months of essential expenses in my emergency fund during unstable times. I will calculate rent, utilities, groceries, insurance, and minimum debt payments. If layoffs are active, I will lean toward 12 months for maximum security. This cushion covers job searches and unexpected costs while reducing financial stress during unemployment.
Okay, great. Second, if your car breaks down, rent is due, and you don't have family support, what's the minimum emergency fund you should have to stay safe for a few months?
If I have no family support and major risks like car repairs and rent, I will keep at least 3 to 6 months of essential expenses in my emergency fund. This ensures I can cover transportation, housing, food, and basic bills while staying financially stable during unexpected setbacks over the next few months.
A minimum of 3 to 6 months of essential living expenses, rent, food, basic utilities is recommended. Given the car breakdown and lack of support, I will aim for the higher end, 6 months, plus an extra buffer for potential car repair costs, like $1,000 to $2,000. I will calculate my monthly absolute necessities and multiply it by 6.
I will aim for 3 to 6 months of essential living expenses. This minimum covers rent, utilities, food, and a major car repair. In a crisis without support, the higher end of that range provides crucial breathing room to handle multiple emergencies while I stabilize my situation.
I will target a bare minimum 3 to 6 months of essential expenses: rent, utilities, food, transport, insurance. With no family safety net and unreliable car or income, prioritize 6 months, roughly $6,000 to $15,000 for most people, to cover breakdowns, rent, and basics without spiraling into debt.
I will aim for at least 3 months of essential expenses as my minimum safety net. This covers rent, utilities, food, and transportation while I handle emergencies like car repairs. I will calculate my monthly bare-bones costs and multiply it by 3. Without family support, this buffer prevents homelessness and keeps me stable during crises.
Last one. If you live paycheck to paycheck and unexpected medical bills hit you often, how big should your emergency fund actually be to cover real-life surprises?
If I live paycheck to paycheck and face frequent medical bills, I will aim for an emergency fund of 6 months of essential expenses. This larger cushion protects me from medical surprises, lost income, and everyday bills. I will build it slowly. Small, consistent savings, it can grow into real financial security over time.
Given frequent medical bills and a tight budget, my emergency fund should be 6 to 9 months of essential expenses. This higher range is crucial to cover both living costs and my historical average of out-of-pocket medical surprises. I will start by saving $1,000, then aggressively build toward the full 6 to 9 month goal.
Given the circumstances, my first target will be a starter fund of $1,000. Then I will build relentlessly toward 3 to 6 months of essential expenses. This dual-layer approach covers immediate medical surprises while working toward the larger buffer needed when living paycheck to paycheck.
For paycheck-to-paycheck life with frequent medical surprises and no backup, I will aim for a realistic 6 to 12 months of bare-bones expenses, $10,000 to $25,000 plus for most. Start small, $1,000 mini fund, then I will aggressively build to 6+ months so one ER visit doesn't wipe me out.
I will build toward $2,000 to $3,000 initially, then grow to 3 to 6 months of expenses. This starter amount covers common emergencies like urgent care visits, car repairs, or appliance breakdowns. Living paycheck to paycheck with frequent medical bills requires padding beyond basics. I will aim for the higher end to handle multiple simultaneous surprises without spiraling into debt.
All right, that wraps up today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Holly AI for more sharp, fast, and useful AI-powered finance insights. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.